Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, I'm Jessica, and today's cleaning motivation is going to be more relaxing. I feel like a lot of us really need to relax right now. I myself need some relaxing content. I just feel like there's so much going on and we're always so busy. So I thought this might be a good way to change things up. And so this video is going to be a more relaxing vibe rather than a high speed and like going crazy and super motivating. It's going to be hopefully motivating but also relaxing, because at the end of the day a lot of us watch these cleaning videos because they are relaxing. Yes, they are motivating, but they also are oddly satisfying and relaxing. So I've got a lot of content in here for you guys and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be talking to you throughout this video and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started in my kitchen. As you can see, we had McDonald's and I purposely did not clean up after so that I could save it for you guys to have some good satisfying content. Typically, I'm on top of things, but I decided to do that for you guys. The first thing I am going to do is get my chore chart out here and write down some chores for my daughter. I shared these chore charts in my last video and I will leave a link for them again in this video, but I got them on Amazon and they are dry erase and they have little like sliders on the side where you can slide once it's completed. These would be great for not only yourself if you like to make lists like I do, but they work great for my girls. They absolutely love them. They even write their own things on there just because they love to check things off when they've completed them. It makes my life a lot easier. We work together as a team in this house and the girls do have their own little chores, and of course Hank has a few chores himself, but I don't write them down because obviously he can't read. But we love this system. It works so well and I highly recommend using something like this in your home if you do chores, and so I will link them for you guys in the description box. But I went ahead and got that out of the way and now I'm just gonna get this kitchen clean and tidy, because if the kitchen is a mess then I absolutely cannot relax and I feel a ton of anxiety. Who can relate? I'm putting up my laminating machine. I had it out the night before because I actually made myself a skincare schedule. I've been trying to get serious about my skincare for the last couple of years, but more recently I've been doing some research on what exactly I need, because there's so many different products out there and I kind of was getting excessive with it. Like it was probably like, no lie, 7 different products a day that I was using, and I was like, you know what, I think that is kind of excessive. So let's see how we can simplify this and make it more doable. So I did some research and I figured out a couple of products that I really need to be using. I made like an AM and a PM schedule, and because I just do better, like I was talking about just a minute ago with list, I am just forgetful and I just do better that way. So I went on Canva and I made myself a skincare schedule, and then I shrunk it down a little bit, printed it out, and I laminated it. And that sounds so extra, but I love it and it has been working great for me. I actually sent it to my sister so she could do the same thing, but I have it just on my bathroom mirror, and you will see it actually later when I'm cleaning my bathroom. I take it down to clean the mirror, but that's where I have it. And I've been trying to follow that schedule. That way I'm more consistent with products, because when I had a ton of different skincare products, I wasn't consistent because I was getting confused on what I had used last and how often I need to use it. I think that this system is going to work great for me. I think I'm using vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, a peptide serum, and obviously a moisturizer, and then I'm using an AHA and a retinol, and those get alternated. And then I also added in a derma roller recently. I've only done that once. I'm going to start out doing it once a week and see how that goes. I did like it the first time I did it. I am going to start trying to do that as well. And basically a derma roller is like some little needles that you roll across your face and it creates micro tears, and those micro tears make it easier for your products to absorb into your skin, but it also helps to stimulate collagen. And we lose collagen as we get older. And I think it's like once you hit 40, you really start to lose collagen. So I'm just doing everything that I can to slow the aging process as much as possible. It's inevitable, but I'm trying to do the best I can. If you are into skincare or if you know nothing about skincare, one of the main things that I've learned more recently, and I wish I would have learned earlier in life, and I'm just thankful that I've learned and can teach my girls, but the number one anti-aging product is sunscreen. You should wear sunscreen every single day, even on cloudy days, because the sun is what is going to age you the absolute most. I never knew that growing up or in my in my 20s and 30s. I did not know that. And so that's something I'm definitely going to let my girls know, and my husband actually. This is important for men as well, because one thing, when I started going to the dermatologist on a regular basis last year, one thing that I noticed was the line of men that were coming out of there with their noses bandaged because they had skin cancer on their noses. And that's because men are out in the sun a lot doing yard work, or they just work outside, and men typically don't think or care about sunscreen. I'm definitely making my husband start to wear sunscreen more, and he's also bought a sun hat, and he wears that every time he's out mowing or on the tractor because it's really, really important. I just thought I would pass that along to you guys because skincare is a huge deal to me, and I think it can be very intimidating and there's a lot to learn. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I am putting in my little garbage disposal cleaner packet. I do these about once a week, and as you can see, it just foams up and it cleans it, deodorizes it. And if you have a garbage disposal, I highly recommend these. They're hard to find, which I don't appreciate that fact. I feel like you can only find them at certain grocery stores and Lowe's. Otherwise, you have to get them online. You can get them on Amazon and just do like a subscribe and save, and they are kind of expensive too. So I'm not really happy about that. And I have considered possibly maybe making my own. Maybe that's something I should look into and make a video about it, because I think you could do it with like baking soda and essential oil and vinegar or something. I'm not sure how that would work, but maybe I should look into it because they are hard to find and they are expensive, and I don't appreciate that, but I absolutely love them, and I do feel like they help a lot, and they're just convenient. So of course I'm paying for the convenience of them, but if you do have a disposal, I do recommend using something like that or doing baking soda and vinegar or something like that, because they can get pretty stinky if you don't keep up on them on a regular basis.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder.
Because I am here to help motivate you guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about staying motivated and keeping up with things, and kind of just like the way that I do it. I did touch on this in my last video some, and I think that it comes easier for some than it does others. So if it doesn't come easy for you, don't feel less than, because it just means that your strengths are somewhere else. You're better at something else than I am. Whatever that is, I'm probably not good at that, but I am pretty good at homemaking and keeping up with things. It honestly, in some ways, feels like a curse because I cannot relax at all, and I get very stressed out if my house is a mess. And I don't love feeling like that all of the time. In fact, I do wish that I could let my house go more. So just keep that in mind. We all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses. Mine just so happens to be keeping clean and tidy. It comes naturally to me, but that's why I'm here trying to help you guys and share my tips and tricks and motivate you guys to get up and clean, and just like how to make it easier and whatnot. But I am going to touch a little bit on some maybe like mind tricks or just like mental motivation that you can hopefully use the next time that you need it. But before I do that, I wanted to tell you this clip. I was trying to get a time lapse of the wax melting, and I got impatient because it was taking too long, and I wanted to move the camera so I could move on to my next task, so I didn't get the complete thing, but I thought that was funny. Let's talk talk about the mental aspect of getting motivated because if you're anything like me, I make excuses for why I'm not going to get up and do something. And sometimes I really struggle with that. Some days are worse than others. One, you are allowed to have bad days. You're allowed to have lazy days. You're allowed to relax. You just can't stay there. You have to get up and go at some point. So if you're going to relax today, then that means tomorrow you've got to get up and you've got to do something. Number two is you have to remember why you're doing what you're doing. So, whether or not it's because you're doing it for your family or you're doing it for yourself. So, for example, I'm cleaning my room here and I'm going to be stripping all of my bedding off and washing it and putting new bedding on. Why I'm doing that is because I know that when I'm done, and when the day is over and it's time to crawl into my bed, it's going to feel so amazing. It's going to be so comfy and cozy and smell so nice, and I'm going to get such a good night's sleep. I deserve that. I deserve to have a clean and tidy space that helps me not feel anxiety, that I can feel calm and relaxed in and kind of reset so that I can be a better version of myself the next day. You deserve that as well, but that's one thing. And then another thing to think about is like cleaning the kitchen that I was doing earlier. Why am I doing that? Well, obviously, we have to clean because if we don't, things are going to get out of control. But I'm doing that for my family because they deserve to live in a clean and tidy space. They deserve to have things in order. And of course, kids don't care nearly as much as we do. And it doesn't have to be as immaculate as like probably I think it does in order for my mental health to be okay with it. Obviously, not living in filth. That's important for your family. They deserve it. And so that's why you're doing it. You're doing it for them because they deserve to live in a clean space.
It really makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. How come the trees gets undressed when it's cold? And don't they miss the leaves they left behind? Could it be?
If you need some bedsheet recommendations, I will link the ones that I'm using in this video as well as the ones that I took off the bed. They are two different brands, but they're very comparable. I got both of them on Amazon and they're a brushed microfiber, so they're very, very soft. They're thin, so they're not hot, and I do have a thicker mattress and they fit that very well. And I have had several sets of these over the years. I've got them for the kids' beds as well, and I'm always washing them, and they've held up really well, and we really like them. So if you do need new sheets, I can attest to the quality of these, and I also feel like they're very affordable. If you are new here, I do behind the scenes on all of my videos, and you probably saw me right there talking to someone, and that will be in the behind the scenes. So that usually consists of just all of the things that go wrong while filming, and the kids' fights, and just all of the stuff that you don't see with the voiceover and the editing and the sped up footage. That's all at the end. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Also, that brings me to my second tip for getting motivated, and that is listening to a podcast or an audiobook or your favorite music playlist. That's what's been working for me recently. I normally don't clean with earphones in, but the last couple of times I have put them in and I have noticed that I enjoy the process so much more. It not only drowns out the sound of my kids fighting, it just puts me in a better mood, and I'm mostly just listening to music when I have them in. Occasionally I'm listening to a podcast. I've been listening to music. The only thing I will say is when you do have kids, they are constantly mommy, 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 I need this, I need that. And because I had these in and they have the like background noise like whatever that's called, where like you can't hear anything. I could not hear them. And for whatever reason, you're supposed to be able to tap it and it goes off of that and you can hear and it pauses the music, but it wasn't working. It was driving me insane because every 5 seconds it was mommy, mommy, mommy. They just didn't understand. I kept telling them, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I have my earphones in, and they just weren't getting the memo. And so they were constantly coming to me and I constantly had to stop. So that part was annoying, but I promise you in the end, it's worth it and motivating. And also in the behind the scenes, it sounds like I'm talking really loud because I am, because you know how when you have headphones on or earphones in, you talk loud because you can't hear your own self. And so you kind of speak louder and you don't realize, well, that's what was happening. So I wasn't yelling. I was just speaking loud because I couldn't hear anything.
Stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Oh, I wonder. Oh, I just wonder. It really makes me wonder.
Also, I didn't talk about it as I was doing it. I did sprinkle some carpet powder that I got off of Etsy, and I was using the Just Peachy, and it smells so amazing and it makes your whole house smell so good, and it smells 10 times better than the ones you can get in the grocery store. It is kind of a splurge, but I think that it would be really easy to make this at home if you did want to do something like this. It's basically just baking soda and essential oils. That's what I did, and I've been using since I've got them the last couple of days, and it's like my favorite part of the day. I sprinkle some on my rugs, I let my robot vacuums go, and it seriously just makes your whole house smell so good. So if you like had guests coming over or something and you wanted to make your house smell good really fast, this would be a great way to do it.
Say something like you love me and make my day, like you always do, like you always do. Hold my hand and look me in the eye so I can tell you how I feel. Tell you how I feel.
There is the little skincare cheat sheet that I made that I talked about earlier, but I'm in my bathroom obviously, and I'm going to go ahead and clean in here, but I also needed to do some decluttering and organizing because, again, speaking about like the correlation between cleaning and being decluttered and organized in your home and your mental health, this was something that was bugging me. I have this cabinet that I never share in my videos that's on the wall, and it basically just has perfumes and lotions in it, and I haven't gone through it in a really long time, and I decided today was the day. I'm going to kind of move some things around and reorganize them in here, but first things first, of course, I've got to clean it. And then I went and kind of moved my skincare because I was not happy with where I had it. I had it on these shelves that are up by my like vanity area, and you guys, I cannot even tell you how many times I have knocked down something and broken it so many times. I have shattered so much, and a lot of my perfumes and skincare things are in glass, and I have gotten glass everywhere. It has been an absolute nightmare, and I said, no more. This has got to change, and it's going to change today. So I did take all my skincare off of that shelf. It wasn't working for me. I just recently did that in a recent video, and no, it was a huge no. So I guess I'm just too clumsy. I don't know what my deal is, but we're going to use this shelf here for my skincare. So far, this system has been working really well for me. I basically decided I had like little plastic containers in there, and I decided that I would have two. One would be for my everyday skincare, and one would be for my like more monthly or like as needed type stuff. And what I do every night and every morning is I just grab that bin and I bring it over to my sink. I use what I need out of it, and then I put it back. So far, so good. It's out of sight. Oh, I can't talk. It's out of sight. It's not like visually cluttering up the space. I know right where it is. It's organized. It's easy to grab, and I also can't break it, which is great news, right? So I'm going to go ahead and clean this out, and this will be my new skincare slash a little bit extra perfume. Most of my perfume is going to be over by my sink, which you will see. And I do have a couple of my like tanning supplies that I literally never use, but I wasn't ready to throw out. I have that in there as well. But basically that's all that this little cabinet is going to house.
Every day is something new. If I spend it with you, with you, with you. Oh, I want you right now, and I need you right now. You right now. My world is spinning round, round, around. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now, and I want you now.
Now, before you come for me in these next clips about my water, it's a whole thing. Up in our bathroom, for some reason, it takes 10 years for the water to get hot up here, and we hate it. I know that I'm wasting water and I'm just letting it run, and it looks like I'm just letting it run mindlessly, but it's because I'm trying to let the water get hot because I needed it to be hot to clean these bins, and again, it takes 10 years to get hot. So I'm sorry if this offends you or triggers you or whatever, but trust me, I didn't like doing it either, but it was what it was in that moment. Thankfully, it's not like that in any of the other rooms of the house. For some reason, it's just upstairs in our master. Maybe because it's upstairs and then all the way to the other side of the house. I'm not sure. It is what it is. I don't do this all of the time. I don't make a habit of it. It just was like a one-time thing or a once in a while thing. Please relax. Again, this is supposed to be a relaxing video, a relaxing vibe. So let's all just stay calm and unbothered.
And what you do has made me so crazy about you now. Now.
I will get comments every once in a while from people, and they crack me up because they are like not even complete sentences. But for example, the last time I went through my hair products in my bathroom, somebody commented something that was like, too much hair products, too much, or something like that. And I just think it's so funny because I've also remember whenever I did, this was a long time ago. This wasn't even in this house. This was in our previous house that I did YouTube videos in. I remember I did a closet declutter and somebody commented that I had too many clothes. And I don't know why, but those comments crack me up. And they obviously, I remember them because they crack me up. I don't know what it is. I just think it's so funny that people are bothered by the amount of clothes I have or the amount of skincare I have or whatever. Like, obviously, not everybody has this much. I do, and it's not affecting you, and I paid for it. So, like, it's just so silly what things, gosh, I can't talk. What things people get bothered over. The internet is absolutely wild, and I can't do anything right, it seems like. In 2025, I'm pissing a lot of people off. I don't know, you guys. I can only make certain people happy. Everybody is not going to be happy. I'm doing my best. If you're triggered by me, I think it's probably best to just not watch, because you shouldn't be letting a stranger on the internet trigger you. That's wild, in my opinion, honestly. And you know what? And it's normal too, because like there are people on the internet that I don't like either. So I just don't watch them. I don't stick around long enough to like leave a hateful comment. I will never understand the psychology behind that. If you know the psychology behind it, let me know, because I truthfully, it boggles my mind. It keeps me up at night. I will never understand. As somebody who is a human being, I don't like everybody. That is the way. I don't think we were created to like everyone. Not everyone will be your cup of tea. We're all different. And honestly, there are some people that I don't even really have to get to know before I just automatically know I'm not going to vibe with this person. It's their energy. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? And that's okay. It's okay if you don't like me. But to be mean or to be bothered or to be triggered by something that I do or a way that I live or my lifestyle or whatever is wild. I'll never understand. Anyhow, I'm cleaning my bathtub here, and I'm using this like I think it's a Clorox one. I like it because it helps my back, but I hate it because I can't get into like the little crevices. So what I prefer to use in here is like a dish wand, which is what I like to use in the bathtubs as well. But I chose to use this today and I was kind of mad at myself. And it also, I meant to put that in the behind the scenes and I forgot. Doggone it, I just realized that. But the head part fell off of it and I was struggling with that. It was a whole thing. But it is late, y'all. It is 11 o'clock at night. I am so tired. My eyeballs are hurting so bad from the screen. So I'm not going to go back and put that in, but it did pop off and it was driving me crazy, but it is what it is. But I'm going to go ahead and pick up my rugs and all of my, like, I had dumped out my skincare rags that I keep in that like green thing that's on the countertop. Somebody asked me last week what that is. That's what it is. It's like a little trash bin slash hamper is what I use it for my face rags. And then I dumped them out and I'm doing my floors with my Bissell Crosswave, and I am using my hypochlorous acid in my Bissell Crosswave to do my floors because it sanitizes and disinfects and it works great in there. So that's what I'm using in case you were wondering, because it is the bathroom. And I like using this in here because it vacuums and mops at the same time, so it saves me a bunch of time. Sometimes I will use my O-Cedar mop in here, which I do like. It just takes more time because I have to vacuum and then mop. And lately, I just can't be bothered. The next few clips are going to be of me folding laundry. I had a lot of laundry, and you'll see some Santa Claus outfits in there, and that is telling of how long that laundry had been piled up. Now, I keep up on my kids' laundry. It gets done almost same day. I cannot keep up with mine. We know this. We've visited this problem before. It has not changed. I am sorry. I am who I am. When it comes to laundry, I'm just not very good at it. For some reason, I am with my kids, but for me, I'm just not. So I have some Santa things in there, and you know how long that was. That was a month ago, you guys. It is what it is. I got it done, and that's all that matters. I am going to be finally dumping that all out and getting it done. And of course, I was interrupted 500 times, and you will see that in the behind the scenes. I am going to be folding that and putting it away, and then that will be the last of this cleaning video, but then there will be the behind the scenes. So again, don't click out yet because those are coming and everybody loves those. If you are new here, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. Hopefully you will stick around and enjoy my videos. I would love for you to comment and introduce yourself. Let me know where you're from. I wish that I had something like more interesting to talk about at this point while I'm folding laundry, but unfortunately I don't. If you have anything that you would like for me to talk about in my next video, definitely let me know. That's very, very welcome, because when it comes to these voiceovers, sometimes I really struggle because I feel like I don't know what to talk about and I feel boring. And you guys always say, you're not boring, we love your voiceovers, you're so relatable. But that's just the way I feel every time, and that's where I struggle. So if you have any topics you would like to get my opinion on or have me discuss or whatever, let me know in the comments and I will definitely consider them, and it would be very helpful to me. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, leave me a comment, and share this video. Those are free ways to support my channel, and it only takes a couple of seconds, and I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys in my next video.
I can do anything you want, anything you want. 'Cause every day is something new. If I spend it with you, with you, with you. Oh, I want you right now. Oh, I need you right now. You right now. My world is spinning round, round, round. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now. My world is spinning round, round, round. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now, and I want you now. Did a lot of bad things, and never did I give in. Just 'cause the thought of being vulnerable made me feel never felt home till you entered my door. And from that moment I knew that a home is whatever you choose. That's the thing about you. The best thing I did, and I want you.
I'm gonna let that sit for a few minutes, okay? And I'll be back.
It smells good.
You only have $2. Where's my phone? It's not working. What do you want?
There's only $2.
Well, that's all I got then.
Dad doesn't have cash?
Huh?
Dad doesn't have cash?
No.
That's not gonna buy me nothing.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Mama made it. Oh no! I can't do this. No.
What?
Can I have one of Madeline's cookies that she got from the bakery?
I'm sure you can, but I would ask her.
No, I did ask her, but she told me to apologize for yelling at her when she went in my room and she stepped on my carpet, and I did.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't think you need to be rude to her, so if you want to eat one of her cookies, then you need to apologize.
I did. And then she told me to come.
And you need to stop being so mean to her. I can't really hear you because my noise thing is on these, but that's all I have to say about that
Can I have a
topic
cookie?
is if you want a cookie, apologize.
I did.
Okay? Then if she says you can have one, then you can have one. Can you bring me my sun drop, please? It's on the counter. Kinsley Grace!
Yeah.
She said you did not apologize.
I did.
Well, she says you did not.
I did. She's literally lying to me.
I don't think so.
No, I did. I did. I said sorry for yelling at you when you came in.
She said it was half-hearted.
I said sorry for yelling at you.
Here, record it.
Can I go in a different room?
No, you're going to do it right here. So I could hear. Ready, go. Let's see if she accepts that. Will you bring me a Rice Krispie, a regular one?
Has it sent yet?
It hasn't even sent yet, no. And you need to stop being so rude. I know you are because I've seen it. I don't know who you think you are. But you need to treat people with kindness and respect. She said, okay, she can something, thank you. Okay, please grab me a Rice Krispie. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Come here.